Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome.
Namaste and welcome to 2013.
We made it. We are here. We are ready. We are open, and we are so divinely guided. And this is truly a powerful moment.
You know, I sat down and was writing an email to a friend, and I said, "Where did 2012 go?"
Truly.
It's like we've been anticipating it. We've been heading toward it. We've been feeling the energy rising, and suddenly, 2013.
It's surreal, isn't it? I mean, it really is a surreal moment. And we wanted to begin this recording with you today, this January 1st, 2013, oh my goodness, opportunity with sharing a lot of information that has come through and really offering you a greater perspective of the year ahead, because there is a lot coming in for the year ahead. If you subscribe to our newsletter, hopefully you read the article that we posted yesterday. And if not, please go ahead and grab it. Go look at that article.
Because we're at a time that some people would call the tipping point, but I think it's more accurate to say we're leaning into the tipping point.
I love that. That's so true.
And some people have already tipped the other direction, so maybe they're tipsy. Who knows?
That could very well be. That could very well be. And one of the things that Sri and I wanted to share with you is that, we have been referring to 2013 as the Mayan sunrise for several years now in our small way of assisting with the preparation for the energy that is upon the planet right now. And you're probably already feeling this sense of bigness, this sense of fullness, this sense of grand energy. It's really the word that they're offering us to offer you right now that has come forward for this moment. Well, all of that is absolutely true.
Many people were gathered in a celebration on December 21, 2012. And at that solstice, so many people set into motion intentions. So many people set into motion expectations on how it ought to be or how they wanted it to be. And these are good things to do. It's good to be clear on what you want. However, it's also good to know that each and every day is your solstice moment.
Wow.
Each and every day
it's so true.
is the center of the universe is shining on your heart, asking you, are you aligned? Are you ready? Are you taking action?
So what's ahead? What are we taking action for? Well, January 2013, the initiation of 2013 is extremely powerful. Just a hugely powerful moment. During the 3 days of ceremonies that we were very honored to participate within on December 20, 21, and 22 at Tosa La Laguna in Lake Atitlan, and we also wrote about this. Go to our website, it's free. Read about this too. We were so blessed because literally one of the last remaining oracles of the Maya was there with us. This is a very, very high priest. He is one of the senior ranking elders. And what we feel so strongly about is the lack of commercialism that was around this event, and the lack of commercialism that we are inviting you into your heart as we move forward. This group of elders is the group of elders that have no need for fame. They have no need to speak English. They don't want to be known publicly. Yet, they are wise enough, they are awake enough to realize that even a lot of their own people have lost their way right now. It's a very different world amongst this enclave of the elders, these very wise day keepers, and the ones who are out there telling you that they are. And we share this with you because it's a powerful discernment. There is a profound moment in front of us right now. The Blue Starborn gave us these 13 revelations for 2013. I encourage you to go read those at our website as well. And what the oracle did was he gathered everyone together, and he made it very, very clear. I mean, very, very clear that this is not the moment that so many think it is. It is a moment, and we're going to talk about that, and it's an important moment. However, if we allow ourselves to get caught up in the fantasy of what's going on right now, then we're going to get very caught up in the drama of what will start playing out in the next couple of years. So you are at a profound challenge and a profound choice point.
There's a spiritual paradox that is at work. Every moment is a moment of choice and indeed can be magical. Yet that's different than magical thinking. that to think that somehow on one date at one time the angels are going to swoop down and fix everything, or whatever the fantasy might be,
Right.
whatever degree of intervention. And one of the things that our beloved Mayan elder shared with us
Such a beautiful man.
is that so many people had gathered in ceremony without the true consciousness, without the true respect for the depth of what it means to open a portal of connection.
In other words, let's say that there was a group of people who were very well intended but came together and didn't really understand what they were opening. And remember, lots of people flooded into the Maya world, Mexico, here in Guatemala, all over Central and South America. And many of these people, very well intended, opened up a cosmic portal of divine interference energy without even knowing they were doing it. And it came in very subtly. It came in very profoundly. Many of them are going to have this interference energy really affect them throughout 2013, and they're not aware of it. It was an innocent invitation.
And this innocent invitation comes from that kind of magical thinking piece that I was alluding to, that people who were seeking phenomenon, people who were seeking instant gratification or a spiritual experience, give me something, to prove it or
The
to
experience
validate
for
it.
the sake of the experience.
And though, well, there's nothing wrong with that desire for connection. What happens is when we approach a open portal from this kind of ego emotional state of being, we do invite interference in. We invite negative forces in. And this is not to judge what happened, it's as much to say that's the weather report. That's the kind of weather that could have come through the portal.
Exactly.
Now our elder, we spent a good deal of time on December 21 while we were in our ceremony sending light and love and protection, meaning a divine cocoon, to all the people who were in ceremony. We felt incumbent to offer love and light to those who were in ceremony.
In that innocent invitation of
Yeah.
the interference, because that was one of the biggest things that happened that day. You know how so many people talked about it being the end of the world? Well, in a way, for many people, they're going to have that end manifest in 2013 because they unconsciously, innocently invited in interference. And so it was a glorious day to introduce greater manipulation to a planet of free will. It's when we do it to ourselves.
And so that's one of the ironies and one of the discernments that came forward very clearly for us is that this date also was a date of manipulation.
Yes, and if you look at all the commercialism, all the hype, all the people that have made themselves reputations or famous or profited by this date, you begin to unwind within yourself the manipulation, and you begin to, I like to say, peel away even more of those layers over the eyes and see the truth. 2013 is the year where the unusual will be the normal. It is the year where the unexpected will become your everyday event. You know, Shri and I, just this past Sunday, December 30th, held our last extraordinary Miracle Team ceremony. And we host this with our Miracle Team every single month, and we invite you to join the Miracle Team. We invite you to really stand up and claim yourself as a Miracle Team member and to remember the last time you were a member. Now is more important than ever, especially in this moment of the sunrise. And as we were having our ceremony, and we were deeply into ceremony, I mean, Shri and I were completely deeply into the ceremony. 15 minutes into the ceremony, we had a 5.2 earthquake here. And Shri and I are sitting there, and we're watching each other, and as it was, we couldn't use internet that night. We had to dial in on our cell phone. Well, we're watching our glasses of water go da-da-da-da-da-da. They didn't quite fall off the table, but they wanted to.
There was a little splashing.
Exactly. And I looked at Shri, he looked at me, and we just kind of felt this love, and he kind of gave me reassurance. This is a small one. I felt that, and we kept going with the meditation. What we didn't realize was that the earthquake had knocked out our cell service. And it was, like 7 minutes later?
Yeah.
That
So
we realized that.
We were continuing in the flow of the meditation, and we didn't check that the cell phone actually had been disconnected.
And what's so perfect, and I thought was so perfect about that, and so powerful and profound about our Miracle Team presence, is that during these ceremonies, we energize the healing light. Remember, if you ever have anything that you would like to send to the Healing Light, this is free. It's part of our world outreach. Just send it to the Healing Light at selfascension.com, where all of your prayers and intentions are privately received and a lot of sacred energy is put in around them. And as Shri and I were so profoundly, deeply connected with the team, here was part of what I loved. Rather than talking about 2013 and where the unexpected will become the normal, we were able to demonstrate it, because Gaia will speak loudly over the next few years. And by Shri and I not interrupting the depth of the connection that had come in for the ceremony, we began to open a telepathic portal to everyone who was in the miracle team participating at that time. And by the time we recognized what had happened, completed the cycle we were in, dialed back in, everyone was still there.
Yeah, so
we
dialed back into the bridge line, and people were
still there.
Still there.
Holding presence for 7 full minutes. Of course, a very magical number, the 7. Now, 2013, talking about magical numbers, a lot of things are going to happen this year. We are very, very excited that we're going to be releasing a wonderful book on ascended numerology and how you can use numbers for ascension purposes. And we're very excited to release this. And we're also looking at a number, the year is a 6. Now, what is the 6? It is the sacred Merkaba. It is the 6 points of the Star of David, of the sacred Merkaba. This is the year. You know, it reminds me, Shri, a lot about the millennium change.
Yes.
Remember when we went from 1999 to 2000, everybody said, oh, the millennium's here, and a few people said, no, it's next year. This is next year. This is that year. 2012 prepared us. 2013 blasts us off. What you do with 2013 will matter. And everything you have ever been taught, everything you have ever studied, it is about discernment and wisdom. Or as the Miracle Team members hear all the time, it is your love, your sincerity, and your presence that will guide you through this multidimensional adventure that we refer to as the Mayan sunrise. Because in order to enjoy a Mayan sunrise, you have gone through the void of the dark night. And 2012 certainly has offered that in so many ways.
You know, there's been a gradual compression that has gone on in the realm of density, in the realm of mass consciousness. And this compression energy has created more friction, more fear, more struggle. Certainly as one looks around the outer world today, the political unrest, the economic stress, the unemployment rates, etc., all of these are signs that this global dark night is underway.
Yes.
And that a dark night ends when we find our soul again, when we find our inspiration, inspiritus, when we find our essence and line up our consciousness with our essence, we then emerge with the light. And that's why the Mayan sunrise is such a beautiful symbol, that as the sun just breaks through on the night sky, there is that glimpse of inspiration, that hope of the dawn, that coming forward out of what has been into what shall be.
Yes.
And we are at that moment of coming out of what has been. And when we look at our lives, when we look at all that we've experienced, there is only one attitude that will offer you freedom, and that is the attitude of gratitude, to be able to look with respect and love and say thank you for all that's gone before, and to release it.
This is the moment of self-ascension. 2013 is the Mayan sunrise. It is the moment of living self-ascension. And we are honored and delighted to share this moment with you. You know, Shri and I only have one event on the books so far next year where we're going to appear in public, and that's going to be here in Guatemala and beautiful Antigua in April, where we will be navigating an extraordinary quantum leap experience. It is our Avesa Fast Track program, and it will also integrate for the first time the quantum leap experience of multidimensional movement and how to do that and how to effectively, literally transfer yourself from one dimension to another. I encourage you to come see us. I encourage you to join us here. And I encourage you to stay and join us at beautiful Tosa La Laguna afterwards for some very beautiful advanced practices that we have not taught before. Because this is the year of the Mayan sunrise. We will most likely have a few other smaller events near the end of the year. However, we have been seriously called during this time of the Mayan sunrise to get some more books out to you, to get some more information out, and to do a few things we have not ever done before. I suspect deep in your heart, you're being called to do some things you have not ever done before as well. We invite you to bring a breath right now to your heart. Go ahead, breathe in. And today we're going to take a quick break before we begin our Insoulment, just to allow ourselves that moment. And so we'll be right back with today's very special New Year Archangelic Insoulment.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody. We took our break and we are back and really feeling the presence of this first beautiful Insoulment for January and 2013, the year of the Mayan sunrise.
So as we prepare ourselves to receive this divine connection,
Whew. Oh.
I encourage each and every one of you, no matter when you are viewing, to take a breath now with consciousness and presence.
Sigh.
And begin the process of relaxing into your own divine heart. And
Sigh.
continue that relaxation with each and every breath.
Oh.
As we set the intention to be a divine presence, to be in the cocoon of our own crystalline connection, we do so through intention and action. Let your breath be your action that manifests the divine intention of connection, guidance, peace, and joy.
Hello, beloved angels of great light, great character. Yes, we use this word, and great love. We welcome thee to what we would like to call the celebration. It is indeed the moment of celebration. For to call forth, to manifest, to be present with, and to understand a celebration is to be present. To be present. We smile as we even offer this to you, for in your world you often offer a present to a celebration, do you not? Yes, indeed. We have come here today to offer to thee an opportunity to simply connect with us in the celebration. This celebration is expansive, it is indeed universal, and it is ultimately cosmic. Expansive, universal, and cosmic. We offer all to thee in the series of the three. For in the series of the three you find the steadfast energy that supports the growth, that supports your recognition. For indeed, there is only one reason for celebration, and that is that you have anchored the truth of your divine knowing while in a body of form. The true enjoyment of the self-ascended state. Within the self-ascended state, there are many celebrations, yet this is the celebration. It is the celebration. Within the depth of this celebration, there are many aspects of thy journey that we wish to offer to thee today, to simply be with. To simply be with. Let us first enunciate for thee that to be with the aspects of the journey that we are here to offer to you in a celebratory manner as part of the celebration is to first and foremost release engaging these journey experiences with the brain. To be with an experience is simply that, to be with it. There are many, many aspects to the being, are there not? And yet you may say, it seems there can only be one aspect to being. We smile, for to be, in the being, is all of the aspects of witnessing the journey, of witnessing all that you experienced, do experience, are experiencing, and ever will experience. Within this one experience, you be. Imagine, if you will, a simple way to be. We have offered to thee, through our brethren, a practice that we offered a name, simply pop the cork. If you practice the pop the cork presence, then it will offer to thee the experience of being a witness of the witness, a, as you would say, next level or second tier or greater expanded presence to the beingness. We encourage thee to pop the cork often, for in this moment of the celebration comes the recognition that to pop the cork is to be, and to be offers the witness of the witness. The witness of the witness. If we were to offer you one sentence that would expand upon everything that we are offering you today, it would be the witness of the witness is the celebration. So let us continue now. We first wish to say hello. And you may say, who is this that is speaking? You feel familiar, yet different. You feel very cosmic, yet I am not sure. We are the divine unified stream of all cosmic entities that are now surrounding this planet in all dimensional spaces beyond third dimensional reality. We have come in many forms before. We are most commonly known to you as the T12, yet our voice may sound different than the T12. Yet we offer this, for we are each a representative, as we are a collective, as we are simply are. And so, let us offer to thee the aspects for you to be with as part of the celebration of your journey. The first aspect is the human emotions. The human emotions. For many of thee, as you travel through the body of this world of Gaia now, this third dimensional experience, you become aware and acquainted with emotions over and over and over again. And as you travel through the linear timeline of a life cycle, the emotions find themselves traveling with you. Often, as you become more, let us say, comfortable with your experience, because you have simply years more with the experience, you move through patterns of inquiry. You move through patterns of self-inquiry. You move through patterns of experience with your own emotions. Sometimes, as you near what you perceive to be the end of one life cycle, you begin to have regrets that come in from the emotional body. I wish I would have, I wish I could have, if only I could. Oftentimes, when certain beings reach an age that feels to them to be extended, they wish to start again. If only I could be this age now, if only I could do this now. To celebrate the human emotions is to be the witness of the witness, and smile. For when you release the attachment to the human emotion, when you are the witness of the witness, then indeed the celebration has begun. The next aspect that we wish to offer to thee is the interaction in human, let us say, community. To live as a human, to be in a world of only humans, for there are many worlds that have many different species of similar consciousness that exist simultaneously and quite harmoniously, some of them with human genetic material. However, in this world, to choose a single species experience of interaction on a conscious level, to live in human community, is an aspect of the journey that is unique to this world. In this single-centered experience, in this single species experience, is the great opportunity to not be limited by the experience, to literally dive into the complexity of the experience. As you dive into the complexity of the experience, it is natural in the cycle of the experience to have a limited perspective or view, to have limited beliefs or understandings, because you are in a world of one consciousness species. Now, yes, you may say, what about the animals, the whales, the dolphins especially? What about the other mammal-like experiences? Yes, indeed, they have their offering. However, your experience, the be moment, the celebration moment, is to let go of a dream of what you feel community is, and to embrace the gift that this is the human community. There is no need to separate. There is no need to carve out. Because when you are able to celebrate the human community, you have discovered the community that has been calling to thee from deep within. You become the witness of the witness. And the third aspect of this journey that is part of the celebration that we wish to offer to you today is simply that of breath. Now, this has much to it, indeed. And the reason that we offer it to you as breath is because breath animates the physical form. Oxygen, the combination of environmental factors that bring forward on this planet the support and the sustaining of the experience, all comes down to breath. There are many things that are needed to sustain a full human experience. Breath, water, fuel known as food, certain protections for the body. Yet, the one that has the absolute most critical need is breath. For indeed, you can sustain life without the others for longer durations than you can without breath. Without breath, or the ability to take in breath, or the ability to, indeed, we use the word digest breath, there is no ability to be part of the human community or to experience the emotionality. And within the community experience and the emotionality, all other aspects of the journey come forward, all of them. Yet you must have the breath. To celebrate the breath is to be with breath. Be with breath. And you will find, and we smile again, that when you are with breath, when you can be with breath, you will find you barely are using breath. For you become one with the atmosphere rather than needing to take from the atmosphere. When you gaze at these three aspects, then we are together in the celebration. For in the celebration is the witness of the witness. To be a witness of the witness is to break free of that which attaches you to this experience, to this soul mechanism. This is a vibrantly awake mechanism that sustains all of the experience of the traveler of form. And when you are able to fully engage the practice of the pop the cork, you will discover that suddenly you are beyond even the breath. You are beyond even the breath. Beyond the breath, beyond the human community, and beyond the emotionality. And to go beyond the breath, the human community, and the emotionality is to join in the celebration at the cosmic reunification. Before you now, in your world now, there are many experiences that seek to, and we shall use the word entrap you in one of these three aspects, entrap you in emotionality. This is probably the single most fertile that is alive now. Because within emotionality wraps in financial attachment, familial attachment, work, any type of aspect of the sustaining of the paradigm of what it is to be here. And then there is the human community, the recognition that as the experience of this planet is becoming globalized, there is a greater recognition of the greater community, and yet with it rises greater judgment, which then brings you back to the emotionality. Do you see how this is together? And then, of course, with the breath, pay attention to the environmental sustaining factors of your world now. There are great many experiences that seek to shorten your breath, tighten your breath, congest your breath, pollute your breath, to play in the field of emotionality, community, and breath at the level of the third dimensional aspects will indeed be a rich and powerful experience in the coming, we will use your word, years ahead. To pop the cork, to become the witness of the witness, and to literally, we will use the word bob, like a little cork on a water, to feel fluid, to bob, to be through these aspects, is to literally join and recognize that a celebration has already begun. You are invited, you are welcome, you have the invitation. It has been engraved with your name from time immemorial. Do you wish to come in, for the door is open, or do you wish to wait a little longer? The celebration has begun. The celebration is already before you. Dive into the celebration. Pop the cork. Be the witness of the witness. And together we shall dance into the harmonic fields of greater wisdom and expanded harmony. It is the moment that is upon thee now, and it is the moment of recognition that thou hast waited for. Feel now the witnessing of the emotion and gently smile. Feel now the witnessing of the human community and gently smile. Feel now the gentleness of the breath and gently smile. Ignite the balloon of divine illumination in the belly. Lift it ever so gently to the head. And as you are ready, exhale, pop, and become the witness of the witness. We are here and we celebrate with thee. The celebration has begun. The celebration is grand. And the moment is before you. And so it is.
We love you. We look forward to being with you again soon. Namaste.